Hello everybody, I'm Eddie Jordan. I have a very special guest for you today. So much so that the person I'm going to introduce you originally came from Liverpool, capital of Ireland, some people say. And he's the co-founder of an absolutely exciting business called Blockkoin. Ken, very welcome to the show. And the first question I wanted to say is, I'm a much older guy and I'm a bit skeptical of these things. So maybe you could explain, not just to me, but to everyone else, what exactly is cryptocurrency?
Well, I think, when you look at cryptocurrency, it's developed on the blockchain. And a simple way of describing what the blockchain is, the blockchain, if you imagine electricity, and you've got a whole series of electricity that's flying around, and all of a sudden you then plug a light bulb in. That's what like Bitcoin is.
The reason I asked that, Ken, is, way back many years ago, 1966 in fact, I did the Institute of Bankers, and people came to me with their cash, they came with the thing, they paid out with checks, and is that all past tense now, the future for the kids, our grandkids? Is it all going to be cryptocurrency?
Oh, absolutely, it's all going to be crypto now. I think, even when you take the young generation now, they play these online games. It's an evolution. They're just constantly using coins consistently. And that's where, you've got the youngsters that are buying and selling cryptocurrency. They don't have any fear, and they're just moving in that direction.
Got to ask you about inflation, because the world moves up, it moves down, and that's the way life is, and that's what we remember. So I hear all this thing recently about crypto is able to hedge for the inflation. Please, let me understand that better, because you're the man who understands that, and I'm not sure I do.
Well, what the thing is if you look at everything, if you've got all your money in, say, Zimbabwean dollar, and all of a sudden the inflation sets in, hyperinflation, everything starts to collapse. What are you going to do with it? But if you've then got your money in cryptocurrency, you can convert it into many different currencies. It could be euro, dollar, sterling, ZAR.
Sorry, I've got to stop you. How do you do that? Because you have a currency. I can't go into the Bank of England, the Bank of Ireland, or the Bank of anywhere, Bank of America, with a handful of cryptocurrencies and ask them for dollars. Can you do that?
You can do it through like the Blockkoin exchange.
Okay.
If you have your funds on the Blockkoin exchange, you've got access to over 60 different currencies you can convert it into. And then when the moment you want to cash out, you just click cash out, and you fire your money into whatever bank account that you want, that you own.
So are you saying to me, effectively, it's a new gold? Instead of currencies being linked to a gold, crypto is going to be the new gold.
Well, it is. It's the digital gold of the future. If you look at the Chinese at the moment, the Chinese have gone back to buying gold again. They're doing their own currency. They're linking that to gold, and they're also linking it to Bitcoin, and they're linking it to their own crypto. Is with digital money now, there's no paper anymore, and any paper that there is being converted into digital money, which is digital money's been around for donkey's years. And it's just really the matter of banks have been using digital money between each other, but now cryptocurrency is giving the opportunity for every person on the planet to do peer-to-peer payments and cut out the banks.
Well, I find that so difficult to fully grasp, because that was my life. I was on the board of a very major bank, and I actually worked in a bank. So, you're asking me to change my whole view, which I'm happy to do so, but my whole view was in the old style. And so what I love about this is that, you are able to, because life has moved on. When I was growing up, what used to be say, I believe in God and he pays cash, but now cash is no longer everything. Everything is you click or you tap or you do everything is on a card. Sooner or later, cash is going to be extinct, but crypto is going to take over. Is that what you see?
So if you say, is crypto is it the new cash? It's the new gold. It's the new gold. The difference is when now we go into a restaurant and we can pay by credit card, tap and go. Now you can go in there and you pay by QR code. You can pay QR code and it's instantly through crypto. cryptocurrency, and you've actually got the payment instantly before the guest has even left. So it works at lightning pace, and the owner of the restaurant has got his money in his wallet, ready. You know, he's ready to do what he wants with it.
But does he have a machine, or how does he get that
He
cash?
doesn't need a machine. He just doesn't need a machine. He just needs his wallet with a QR code that he generates from his wallet, taps it, and it's paid. And instantly. But the beauty about this is, where the bank, you'd send your money to the bank and you were hoping that the bank would then send the money on to where you want it. With the difference with cryptocurrency is you actually push your money. So if I wanted to pay somebody else, I push the money to them. I can follow the money through the blockchain. I can see that it's gone there. I can see the address they gave me, it's arrived, and they've got the money. So they don't need to come back to me, where there's no chasing for the bank. And also, you know, for the transparency, you know, the open transparency, you can see it because it's all on the blockchain.
So let's look at it this way. The beauty about it is peer-to-peer. And it gives the whole of society, from whether you're living in a township or whether you're the richest guy on the planet, you know, you can send money, and you don't have to then rely on the old traditional banks charging 10, 15%. I think when it comes to the difference between cryptocurrency and banks, you know, you can send your money instantly, and you're pushing your money. You know, you've got your cryptocurrency, you go to the bank, you can buy cryptocurrency, especially Blockkoin. You can buy it by EFT, so you can send your money in, or you can buy it by debit card, credit card. But we've created even a new one, which gives the opportunity for the lower unbanked, means that they can actually go and they have what we call a block pin. It's exactly the same way as you use a mobile phone where you top up the airtime. You actually go into any of the kiosks and you buy a block pin, and that tops you up instantly and you're into the Blockkoin exchange, and then you can fire the money anywhere you want.
So are you saying to me, we're here in Cape Town, and throughout the world we've all seen where people leave their country to earn some money, to send it back to home, whether domestic people or not domestic, or better off people. Are you saying they can do that now without going to an agency? They can do it through you?
Absolutely. My background goes back to helping and working in the townships with the unbanked. And I spent many years working with the unbanked with apps. And we said, what is the problem and what is the challenge here? The challenge here is if you're a migrant worker, and there's over 10 million migrant workers here in South Africa. So with that, they want to send money home. So what they have to do, they have to go through various MoneyGrams, etc., and they're all charging them 10 and 15%. So all they need to do now is to go into any of the kiosks, and they buy themselves a block pin. They put it into the phone exactly in the same way they would topping up the airtime. That means the money is then onto the Blockkoin exchange. That then means they can send the money to anybody they want in the world, and they can cash it in. So if they're sending the money sending the crypto to the mum in Zimbabwe, that means she just has to cash this in there.
But can they get a currency that works, that they can go to the local supermarket and buy groceries with that coin?
Yes, with the Blockkoin.
They can.
They can do it with the Blockkoin, because what they can do is they can go as far as convert the Blockkoin into hard cash if they want. And then with the Blockkoin card, they can actually go to the ATM and withdraw it, or they can use the card. But when they use the Blockkoin coin within the environment of the Blockkoin exchange, you have to remember is we've built the exchange, we own the exchange, we don't need to charge for the money movement within our exchange. It's an ERC20 coin. It doesn't cost us anything for it to move from A to B. So whilst they're in the environment, globally, it's free movement. The only time it ever costs is when they pair it against another coin or they withdraw it.
But as I hear you explaining this, there is a need, nevertheless, to have some form of currency alongside this coin. Is that correct? Or you see longer term, because you're talking about a credit card and you cash it and you go to the ATM and you go this. Yes, I know there's a mechanism for you to be able to cash, but to actually have hard dollars, if I want to take a taxi and I want to pay him something, I've got to have something that he believes in.
Yeah, well, this is where the Blockkoin comes in. And when it tallies up, if you move into, people think, is cryptocurrency real? Is it tangible? Then, what happens? And all of a sudden, these people have got lots. They've got lots of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, etc. They give it to various people to invest, and it's only when they lose the coin they realize the true value of it. You can see where, you've got lots of pyramid schemes and various people taking it. But I don't believe that people should be leaving their coin on an exchange. They have what we call cold storage, where you take it off the exchange and you store it, or you put it in a wallet. Like if we had diamonds, we would put them in a vault. This is the same. You don't get your diamonds and give it to somebody on the street. And this is the same. And that's what's changed over the last couple of years. People are realizing cryptocurrency is of real tangible value.
That I can accept. But is it not a fact that my mother or my granny or whatever at home is saying, oh, son, there is no excuse for having the money, if you remember, saving the money in the hem of the garment for longer days, because they like the touch, the feel of the cash. Explain us how we can get over that kind of philosophy where crypto does all of that, only more.
Well, I think the exciting thing is about with the crypto is where you're holding your wallet. You can have your wallet and you look at your wallet and you could have, let's call it 5,000 Rand in your wallet. And all of a sudden the market is changing. The next day you look, you've got 6,000, you've got 7,000, and you're really excited. The next day it all starts to go a little bit the other way, and then it goes down to 4,000. But that actually means with the Blockkoin exchange, you can actually just change it back into any currency you desire and then buy back in. And that's where the exciting thing, and the clever young kids of today are realizing this. It goes up, it goes down, and they're capitalizing on it.
Let's presuppose there's a stock that I really like, call it XYZ, doesn't matter. But it's a very popular stock, and I want to go and buy 10,000 Rands worth of that stock. How can I do it, and how can I do it with crypto?
Right. So if you say, how does the person from a migrant country like Zimbabwe, Malawi, Mozambique actually benefit from this? So okay, so now they can walk into any kiosk. They can walk into a kiosk, they can walk into a bank, and they can buy their Blockkoin. They can buy the Blockkoin that's entered into the Blockkoin. It's instantly on their wallet. They can transfer it globally wherever they want. They want to buy something, they can go back into that kiosk and be able to pay for it. The future is they'll be able to, just like the QR codes, they'll be able to just tap and instantly it comes out of their wallet. And all of this cuts down the costs, it cuts down the banking fees, it just cuts down it instantly. They want to then send it to somewhere else, they can withdraw it, and it means it's protected. They don't have to carry cash with them. It gives every walk of life the opportunity, and they can instantly see where they actually are.
In 5 years' time, will I be stupid thinking that I asked you these questions, because it's going to be the norm, isn't it? Everybody is going to be into crypto, or at least that's what you believe. It's the way of life.
Well, the way of life is digital money. You've got digital money now, and there's still look at China, look at America, look at Russia. Everybody's trying to get them. Even the UK, we want a digital pound. Everywhere you go with it. And the difference is it's all about supply and demand. Who's there first? And the beauty about this is, we're already at the forefront of this. We've been at it a long time, and we're there. We understand it. You can buy Blockkoin today. You can buy it today. You can trade it. You can trade it today. But the thing about with Blockkoin as opposed to others, most people build a coin and then they go out and do an ICO and sell a coin, and people don't know what's going to happen. We've looked at the other way. We've built the whole ecosystem first. We've built the exchange. We've got it trading. We've got some of the greatest currencies, greatest coins that there is that are rocketing day in, day out. And then we introduce our own coin. Now, the beauty about this, there's no fees with our coin. The Ethereum fees are going through the roof, the Bitcoin fees are, but it's still a far lot less than the banking fees and these merchant bankers that are running through there.
Are you ahead of the game? Do you think you've stolen a march on everybody else in this game?
I wish we were a lot further forward, because it's like anything, is people want to see action. Action speaks words. They want to see it happening. They try it, they test it, they go, wow, this is amazing. We've created a huge noise here in Capetown. We've got everybody's, so many people are enthusiastic about it. It's unbelievable.
I have to just ask you that, because yes, indeed, we are here in Capetown. And why Africa? Because you originated in Liverpool, and you're here in Capetown. You're here in Africa. What can you do for Africa? What can you do for the people in Capetown? How can you add value for the growth here?
Well, that's a great question, Eddie. Thank you for asking that one. What you've got is you've got the youngest generation. It's a huge continent, a young generation. They're very smart, they're very savvy, and they want to be the same as everybody else in the world. Africa doesn't need all the charities and everything that comes to it, because it's a globally, it's a natural continent that's wealthy anyway. Now this gives a great opportunity. You've got the miners, you've got the youngsters, you've got the workers here. It means their talent they can sell peer-to-peer worldwide. They don't need the parasites and the middle people coming in and starting to take their goods and sell it. And there's so many opportunities that these guys can have. The younger generation, this is creating employment. It's empowering them what they want to do. They don't have to rely on central banks. They don't have to rely on loans. They can just deal with it themselves. Now, they've got the same education and the same tools as other people. They just don't have the money. Now, I'd like to look at it. You take a challenge where you have a very smart African who's got cryptocurrency. He's got, say, 100, and you've got an American or a British person that's got 100. Who's gonna, when they trade them, who's gonna have the most? You're gonna have the one who's the most hungry. They want to survive.
Well, actually, I'm pleased we discussed that, because in my opinion, we know about Musk, and we know about Trevor Noah, we know about all sorts of people and actors and actresses. Africa is on a roll at the moment, isn't it? There's that breed of confidence, and if you can create something here and give them their dignity and their style and their wealth, I mean, you're onto something really big here in Africa.
Well, I think they've got a great opportunity, and I think our target is the youth. We're not looking for the multimillionaires to come and bring their money. We're looking for the youth to adopt the Blockkoin, and that's once they adopt the Blockkoin, they understand the cryptocurrency. We want to help them, train them, work them. We've already created huge employment already, and we're not here looking for people to just come and work for Blockkoin. We're looking at partners, people that we can empower them and let them move forward.
During this conversation, Ken has talked certainly to me, about youth, and that was a key factor. And I must tell you, my life was spent in motor racing right from the very beginning. And what some people out there may not know, Flashman, his son, Ken's son, spent all those years in karting, going through the system that I know very well. He was a teammate of Lando Norris, who is currently star man in McLaren. And one of the great future, certainly after Lewis Hamilton, he's going to be a world champion. Tell me, your son, you put a lot of effort into him, you put a lot of cash, time, and commitment. Where do you see his career now? Is your business interfering with where he can go in future, or is it a complementary to each other?
Oh, Eddie, I think, there's nothing better than motor racing. I started life myself in motor racing, and I've been involved in it, come through all the formulas, had lots of fun, enjoyed it. Then it comes to an age where you settle down and you then start with your child. He runs.
I'm still trying to arrive there, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, that was it. Well, you were never any good anyway.
Well, we know
that. Other than that. But no, the beauty is, with Flashman, Flashman's autistic. He never had the same as everybody else. And the beauty about this, we took him motor racing, and we found that's what we could focus him on. And for me, I had the choice of being a businessman, which I was very successful at and doing things, or I focused my time on my son. And with my son, I'm absolutely thoroughly rewarded for everything he's done. He's done amazing in karting. He made some great friends. It's made him a great person. I love him every moment of the day. He spent time with some of the greatest racers that there is on the planet now. We sit there, it's exactly the same, you know, it was the exact same as George Russell gave him his kart after he became the cadet champion. It's the same with Lando, and it's the same with lots of all of these. And they work very hard. You know, Flashman worked incredibly well with Lando. And, you know, we could only thank the Norris family, and the effort that they put in was unbelievable. And we could see it, you know, the more you put in, the more you got out. But we could see at the age of 10, you know, the dedication of, you know, you can't just say Lando, you know, with Adam as the father, you know, the dedication that was put in was unbelievable. And you could always sit there and say, this guy is going to be a world champion. And I wrote a letter to Adam many years ago, because we used to meet and chat. And I said to Adam, and he's probably still got it, or I can pull it out. I said, we'll see each other when we see your boy on the world stage. And I'm very proud, and so is Flashman. Flashman is incredibly proud to watch Lando and watching what he's doing.
Well, we must wrap it up there. Hugely inspiring, and actually they created many different facets to this man's life. Not just his son, the commitment and the passion for that, which we've already just heard now, but also for cryptocurrency, for Blockkoin. It's an amazing story, and I'm now more fulfilled and more understanding about it. And I want to say thank you to you, Ken, for giving us the insight which we all needed to do.
Thank you, Eddie, for your time. Very much appreciated.
It's a pleasure.